my story, things I've been through, seen through, walked through, none deserving glory. See, people go around thinking I fit into this unbroken category, but when you dig deep, you'll notice that's not the case. I put on this fake face and had masked all my feelings, thinking that eventually it'd come to an ending. Let me back up a few steps to where this all began. You see, words were spoken into me, haunting me with misery, and I couldn't wrap my mind around the effect they had on me. In public, I was seen as tough, but when I was alone, things got rough, and I resorted to throwing up because I didn't feel good enough. But what I find worse is I still went to church, but was this hypocritical Christian. I didn't listen or even as much begin to pay attention to what God was doing in me, and I knew I should start to heal because the church is a hospital for the broken, but honestly, for me, it was just a hangout place that was open, finished. I'm happy to say God changed me. The moment I let God walk by my side, I no longer felt worthless like those words had implied, and I finally went back to church to participate instead of trying to imitate the perfect Christian finished. Now that you know about me, I'm going to challenge you. How many of you are hypocrites because you choose? You go to church and raise your hands, but when you go to school, God is nowhere in your plans. Or you go home knowing you should read your Bible, but Call of Duty yells your name, and to you, that's more vital. See, God desires for us to be on fire for Him and His love, not for us to say, oh, I love God, sort of. See, what if Jesus refused us like we refused Him when God told Him to die? What if He said, I would, just not in public's eye? Fortunately for us, He died on that cross, and a few days later He rose and Satan lost, and it's sad. Because even though He died for us, we still give a God we're so much more less because we're obsessed with our popularity score. When will we be finished? Finished, the word I used to stop the abuse I gave to myself. The word Jesus used on that cross, dying for every sin and loss. The word that needs to be spoken so the chain of hypocrisy in our lives and churches will be broken. My story, your story, God's story, finished.